it's pretty interesting. So, oh my gosh, I sound so fucking off. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Gabbi Dabney here, and we're going to do my first storytime video that I've ever done before, so I'm pretty excited. But yeah, if you guys like these kind of videos, but I see that they get lots of love on people's channels, so I want to do one of my own today. Give me a thumbs up if you like this type of video, and also give me a thumbs up if you like me. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button above. Follow me on all my social medias. My name is @Gabbi Dabney. I'll put like a little annotation here and also in the description. And yeah, we'll go ahead and just jump right into the video. So obviously by the title, it's about my first ever frontal experience, which actually ended up being pretty bad, but that's what I'm here to tell you guys. Basically, I've been wearing hair extensions since about 6th to 7th grade. I started with just like literally, I would get like 3 tracks put in just for like length. I would get like the 10-inch Sally pack hair, and then obviously I moved up getting like full sew-ins with leave out, then I moved up to closures, and then I actually went to upgrade and graduate and try some frontals because girls be looking slayed. Like, frontals are just insane. And like recently, the last few times I got my hair done with a closure sew-in. I'm wearing closures for about a year now, and because my leave out used to be so short, so look at a little bun, sorry. Around here, my edges was thinning out. It just had like a lot of tension. I was being lazy. I wasn't anchoring it down like I should have. So I was like, you know what? Spring break, I'm going to Miami this weekend. Spring break is on, today's Sunday when I'm filming this video. I'm not sure when this video is going to go up, but spring break is this Friday. And I was like, you know what? I want to look bomb. I have a frontal, pay for the install, and look bomb Miami, like be super happy, just look bomb. And I have like a few photo shoots coming up, and I was just, you know, I just want to treat myself and do it. And so I basically made an appointment with a local hairstylist. She's not licensed, but she's a lot cheaper. And don't get me wrong, like, just because she's not licensed means she's not good. I've had her do my hair before in the past, and it looked great. I've seen her do a lot of styles for the other people. So, and I saw a couple of girls that had frontals from her, and they looked really good. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have her do it for myself too. And here's where my story begins. So, I basically booked my hair appointment, took my hair out, washed it, everything, all that good stuff. The frontal itself, it kind of wasn't fair because I went ahead and customized it myself. I bleached the lace, I tinted it. I had my appointment set. She went through, did the whole braiding. The braiding was perfectly fine. Did like the straight back braid. She went through and put the bundles in, and went through and put the frontal in. I knew there was an issue when she was doing the frontal, which I'm a very passive person, which is kind of my issue, because when she started putting the glue on, I should have took pictures of this part. I have pictures to show you guys towards the end, but I kid you not, it was right here. The glue went right here, and I felt her putting it on a little bit, but I was thinking like, I don't know, I've never had a frontal before, so I didn't really know what to expect. I've watched videos on YouTube, and that's how I knew that something was wrong, because every single time people do like the got-to-be method or any of those methods, they always use a blow dryer to like dry the first layer. She used her hand to waft it. And that's how I knew something was kind of up. I still was just kind of like sitting there like letting it happen, which is kind of my fault. But she put the frontal on and basically finished my hair. And also was my issue too, because I didn't say anything. I didn't look in the mirror. I was just like, oh, thank you, like, so happy, blah, blah. But also, I live in a big apartment complex on student housing. She actually has a friend that lives like 2 floors above me. So that really saved me. So I went down to my room and went and looked in the mirror and just started crying, guys. Like, I don't know how I could, like, it literally was like this. Like, it dead ass was like this. Like, I have weed just laying around in my room. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And I was like trying to be super respectful when I was texting her. I'll read you guys some of the messages that I sent her, but I was just like, this looked terrible, and it was just so upsetting. And so I started trying to plug it, because I was thinking like, partially it was my fault because the lace was a little bit tinted too dark, but then it shouldn't have been that far down on my hairline. And then it just looked horrible. So I was super butthurt, and so I started texting her, and what did I say? I said, should I pluck the hairline more to give it a more natural look? And then she was like, yes, especially if you feel like it's too full. And I go, okay, I'll try. I hope that helps. It's a little low on my forehead, making it look kind of like a wig. And like the little emoji. And she goes, that's because it's really fresh, so everything is hella tight. I'm sorry. You know, I was like, is there anything you could do to make the hairline look a little bit more natural, and like the little emoji? And she goes, can you just come back up so I can see what you're talking about? And so I was like, sure, I'm on my way. And so I can go ahead and insert some pictures whenever. I can just show them to you guys right now, actually. But I told her, I went back up there and had her work on my hair again. Basically what she did is like, she like lifted it back up and then pushed it back, and then kind of like just laid it back down. So that was also another issue. She didn't really re-glue it much. She just like raised it up and then moved it back. And there's still some residue over here, which I really need to work on that. But there was like a shit ton of glue residue and it hurt really bad. She was like rubbing it and trying to get it off, and like I was really nervous about it was pulling my edges out. And she's like, oh no, I'm pro edges, like don't worry, it's not gonna pull your edges out. So hopefully my edges are also intact. I'm gonna take all this off. But yeah, it was just like she moved it back and then it looked better, and then she started cutting it because it was like a straight line, like or a curve like this. She started cutting it back a little bit right here, which you can't really see because I have my baby hairs pulled down. But she cut it a little bit, so it's kind of a little bit more of a boxier shape, I guess. And it just looked a little bit better to me. And then she started kind of pulling baby hairs on it, and it made it look a little better. I kind of freaked out because like, since she just like finished, because most hairstylists, well, most licensed hairstylists, because it kind of comes in the whole package, they style your hair after they do the sew-in. She didn't style it or anything. Like the frontal was like straight, and the rest of my hair is body waves, so you can imagine how crazy I look, because it was like all brushed out, super fluffy, curly, and then straight. And so I went down to her room after that. It did look a lot better. Yeah, and then I started straightening it all out, and as she told me not to pluck it too soon because she thought the plucking before the glue had like hardened and stuff caused it to raise. And so I just came down and straightened it. I stayed away from the hairline. I put a really tight headband wrap over, and then I put my bonnet on and went to sleep. And I woke up next morning praying for a miracle, and it just kept getting worse. Y'all, this, oh my goodness. So I'm gonna do some real footage for y'all right now. Sorry that looked terrible, but wait. Okay, as you can see, it is lifting. Here, I'll go for this light. It is lifting like crazy. It is 10:54 a.m. I got my hair done, or I was finished at 8 o'clock last night, and it is lifting. If you could see, I'm not sure if you could see it completely, but there's residue. Yeah, it's very sticky. It's like the glue was all along here, and now it's all the way back there. It is raising all the way up. As you can see, it's pretty fine up here. Like, it's all lifting, all of it. Like, if I wanted to, I can just rip it off right now. So that's why I'm gonna go ahead and go to my event tonight. Hopefully I can make it look okay. But I'm ripping this thing off as soon as I get back in town, because hell no. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the pictures now of what was going on when I woke up to the next morning. But basically, that glue didn't fuck with me. Point blank, period. Alrighty, y'all. So here's the first picture. I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can kind of see it. Yeah. So you can see, like, right here is where I had a little bit of raising. Just don't mind me. I look really weird. Here, the other side of my head, there's more raising. But you can see right here is where the lace is. You see all the residue all down my hair, and like you can see like where my actual edges, like my sideburn hair kind of is. It just like plastered down onto my forehead. It looked, I can't. But that's what that looked like. And then the last picture, you can see where it was completely raised. Got my hair done that Friday, and the event was that Saturday. I was supposed to leave at like 10 a.m. I ended up not leaving until like 1:30 because I was messing my hair for so long to make it look as decent as it looks right now. Hope it looks okay. But I texted her a long ass paragraph, as you can see. But I said, good morning, girl. So bad news. I don't know what's going on, but for some reason the glue just isn't sticky. I did what you said and blow dried it for a little bit, applied a little pressure, and wrapped the edges up tightly to sleep. When I woke up and parted it slightly to try and work on the baby hairs a little more, the majority of it showed that it was lifting all around the hairline. Is it possible that you'd be kind enough to give me a refund? I'm going to go ahead and take it out tomorrow morning, definitely not blaming you or knocking your skills whatsoever, but for some reason the glue just doesn't want to work on my head. It has built up and got gunky by my ears and left a white residue along the hairline. I don't see, which you can't really see in the pictures, but where my edges were like my real hair was like plastered down. For some reason, after the frontal raised, it left like a white residue, and it was really sticky. And I think also just from it touching stuff and getting sticky and like grabbing dust and things like that, it just looked really bad. I said, I don't see a way of fixing it, so I think I'm just gonna have to take it out. From about my eyebrow down, you can see in the picture that whole patch of hair is sticky and saturated with the glue. It it's been sticking to everything and making it impossible to style. In the pictures you can see by my temples where the glue has given off an opaque white residue. And she goes, that's fine. So I watched a bunch of frontal videos. That's how I knew kind of what she was doing was incorrect. Or should have used a blow dryer. Like her whole, I'm not trying to knock her at all, guys. I think she's a great hairstylist. That's why I'm not gonna say her name in this video, because I don't want any negative backlash to be going her way. She is fabulous, and that's also why I wanted to make sure I sent her a very respectful message. I said, thank you for so much for understanding. That's super kind and professional of you. I don't want either of us to have to go out of our ways, so you can send me the refund through PayPal or Venmo if that's easier. Potentially meant, yeah, sorry. Basically she lives about an hour away from me, but her friend has an apartment here, and she said she could drive to me if I gave her like a $10 extra charge for gas. And then she's like, give the cash app, that's all I have. And then I downloaded it, and basically she said give my refund. So shout out to her. That was extremely professional. I feel like it's even more professional the fact that she doesn't even have a shop. Like, she's just a freelance hairstylist, and she sent me the refund like literally like 5 minutes later. The whole total is $130, but she gave me a refund of $120 because $10 for gas, which was fine. And honestly, if she just gave me half, I probably would have been okay with that. But I think I just really respect her for that. And I think that's super awesome that she took responsibility, even though, I don't know, hella kudos for her. She's bomb as fuck. The company that I was gonna be working with that has a hair extension brand, they also have glue for your frontal. She kind of works with that company, and so she knew that I had the hair with all my hair was from that company, and she also has the same adhesive that I have, because when I went and basically I got a bunch of free hair from this company. They gave me the frontal glue, they gave me a frontal closure in like 8 bundles, so I have all the same products that she was using on my hair. But when I watched the videos, I realized like the blow drying method, and so when the next morning I basically used the same glue that she had, but I did the blow dry method, and now it's sticking. So yeah, long story short, it ended up working out, thank God. It's kind of embarrassing, like I don't really want to like, because my hair actually looks fine in the viewfinder right now. I'm not too sure how it's gonna look on camera, but like, I'll show you guys, whatever. Okay, so I have my baby hairs that kind of come down, and my eyes are looking, So I have my baby hairs that kind of come down and cover the majority of like the issues, but you can see when I raise them up, it's raising a little bit already right here and right in here, and like you can see it's sticky and there's a lot of residue, and like how these baby hairs just like look kind of gross. Don't worry, I'm gonna go through and clean them up tonight, and probably like do the whole, I'm probably gonna try and reglue. I'm honestly gonna take it off and just wash it and try and reglue it myself, but I feel like this is a huge task to do alone. A lot of residue. If I brush my edges down, cause like I did right now, you really can't see it that much. The hairline was like, or the frontal was like right here, and then she moved it back, and then she didn't really take it off completely, so that's why all that's still there very well. And I saw my hair starting to like die, and so I was like, I want to take charge and do something for it. So that's why I went to go ahead and get my hair sewn down, and just kind of realized that honestly I probably could do my frontal myself. I just kind of was scared to. So that's my next thing I'm going to try, is do a frontal unit and work on that myself, but we'll see. So that is my experience video, guys. My first frontal story. It was pretty much a horror story. I think partially it was more of a horror story because I was so excited. And it just ended up not looking when it looked like. It still looks okay, but it's still not exactly what I wanted. So I guess do your research. If you guys really want a really nice frontal, you honestly probably have to pay the money for it. I think I'm not knocking the stylists I worked with at all. I don't think there's anything wrong to work with girls that are freelance and that don't have a license, that don't have a shop. But I think you should keep in mind that they don't have a license or a shop. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and also be wary, because like you may not have someone that was as kind as the lady that I worked with that was able to give me a refund. I do it yourself, honestly. Save that coin, girl. Like, I'm all about saving money this year. So yeah, that's pretty much all of my video today. If you guys have any other questions, comments, concerns, leave them all in the comments below. But pretty much that's all I'm going to talk to you guys about. I'm kind of rambling right now. Again, I love you guys to pieces. Hope you guys are having an amazing day and have a very exciting and safe spring break. Don't forget to follow me on social media, subscribe to me. I love you all to pieces, and see you guys next time. Bye.